We got some big time buying opportunities out there in the crypto market if you can handle the heat. Why is the market red? We're going to talk about it. And the Senate is going after Choke Point 2.0. And one of the biggest haters of this channel is finally ditching their BTC and buying XRP.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Do you want to play the tariff game? Buy the dip, get some deal action? Well, we're going to talk about it. But before we get into that, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it at the beginning of the next video. Steve Owen starts us off, says, Klaus, it's been over 14 hours since your last video. Get on it, dude, and give us some news on XRP. Had to sleep in a little bit because I had an extremely hard workout, but don't worry, I got your back, and I'm going to be bringing you the news. And one of the biggest haters of this channel is finally turning around. If you have ever read the comments, you know that Womble Stacker rips on this channel and XRP 24/7, but check this out. Klaus, I finally see the light. You are the best crypto news channel out there. Now I'm buying the XRP dip. Cheers. Holy crap, everyone. That is big news. What else do I got for you? Charlie Southside says, cheers from Pattaya, Thailand, where it's naughty all the time. Your content is important to the community. Thank you. Oh, Thailand is one of the places I'd like to visit. I'm in Central America, though, right now. You ready to get into that crypto news? Talk about why the market's red, buying opportunities, and see who's going to win the game of whose is bigger than whose. Bitcoin's at 99,135, ETH is 3,068, XRP is at 278, while each bar is at 27.1. XLM is at 37.6, while Sol's at 209. Doge under 30 cents. And most recently, Doge got over 42, so there's some definite opportunities out here. So what is going on and what's causing the markets? Trump tariffs. That's right. Okay. So you had Trump announce his tariffs, I believe it was late on Friday, and then the market started getting a little bit of softness, right? And then what else did we see? We saw some volume softness, right? We started seeing that pop on up, okay? Trump announced a 25% tariff. Canada, Mexico. The main reason why Bitcoin and altcoins are crashing is the ongoing risk-off sentiment in the financial market amid the tariff risks. Now, one thing I'm going to be paying attention to is how the stock markets react on Monday. President Donald Trump will implement a 10% tariff on Chinese imports and a 25% levy on Mexican and Canadian goods. The three countries have pledged to retaliate on those tariffs, risking substantial economic crisis. Essentially, this is just a power play between leaders out there on whose is bigger than whose, and it's kind of like a game of financial chicken. And if you are watching this, you got to ask yourselves, okay, cool, we're going to play some chicken. The markets are going to get used to this leadership change. Do you have the stones to get in, and do you believe that there's more good news coming than bad? New trade war has led to a big market volatility increase. The U.S. benchmark equity indices ended lower on Friday as the markets analyzed the latest trade. Yeah, after hours trading on Friday was absolutely brutal for the stock markets. Okay, so now here is why we're even more red. Okay, you see the redness up on the screen? This is why. Canada now snaps back and imposes a 25% tariff in the U.S. Canada has announced retaliatory tariffs against the U.S. in a move that marks the beginning of a trade war between neighboring countries. Prime Minister Justin the Douche Trudeau set out a far-reaching tariff of 25%, affecting 155 billion Canadian dollars, worth about 106 billion American goods, ranging from beer and wine to household appliances and sporting goods. You see this every so often. Whenever you have like a big political shift, whether you're swinging from the right to the left, to the left to the right, stuff like this always happens. Whether it's tariff-based, whether it's social policy-based. And the thing with this is, and this is why I guess this is rocking the market so much, is because there's a big difference between the Trump regime and the Biden regime, right? Now, if they were both like really close, you wouldn't see like these crazy oscillations. But remember, these oscillations, especially in the crypto market, are what? Are volatility and opportunities out there, again, if you believe there's more negative than positive coming down the market. Trudeau said he would not back down in standing up for Canadians, but warned of real consequences for people on both sides of the border. We don't want to be here. We didn't ask for this, he said at a news conference late on Saturday. Now, for those of you regular watchers that view the channel, you knew that this was happening, and I told you that we were going to get some weekend softness, and it had to do with the tariffs. So seriously, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out, so that you can understand if these are opportunities for the entire market or if there's something you should worry about. Now, the Senate is going on the offensive against Operation Choke Point 2.0. Oh, baby, baby. The Senate Banking Committee lists 3 witnesses to testify on de-banking practices. The Biden administration allegedly pressured banks to cut off crypto firms. Yeah, it happened. Even Brad Garlinghouse, by the way, got debanked. The Senate Banking Committee is set to investigate the systematic debanking of cryptocurrency companies. And it wasn't just people, it was also the removal of on and off ramps. There were quite a few exchanges out there that all of a sudden you couldn't put money in, take money out, like using debit cards, and certain payment rails were blocked as well. While officials denied such coordinated efforts, redacted documents suggest regulators made over a dozen calls urging banks to sever ties with crypto businesses. And the worst part about that is crypto's legal. So can you imagine a government debanking you on something legal? That's nuts. Now, with Trump back in office, his administration is moving to quickly address these issues. This is what Scott said, all right? Tim Scott, Republican Tim Scott, Senate Banking Committee guy. The first step is bringing it to the public so the public understands that, yes, all the concerns you heard during the campaign were just rhetoric. They were real, Scott told reporters. So, yeah, we're going to be hearing about this. And what's the date for it? February 6th. And remember, my job is to bring you the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. So exposing this is going to be a big, big deal. Now, I'm not going to be able to bring you the hearing because, again, I'm traveling, okay? I'm doing news internationally. And for real, I think that's worth a subscribe. Over 50% of you right now are not subscribed to the channel. What other channel out there goes on vacation abroad and brings you the news every day of the week? All right, let's talk about the altcoin season swing. Okay, so we were a little bit into the altcoin season, and then we started seeing some market softness. Now, what's the deal with the whole altcoin season thing? Well, you know the deal. Bitcoin goes down 3%, the rest of the market goes down 6, 7, 8%, right? That's when you start swinging over into BTC dominance. And by the way, everything you're seeing in this video, it's all linked in the description below. Okay, so here's the top 100 coin performance over the last 90 days. And don't worry, we're going to get into XRP. Check it out. Look at all your alts. XCN, Hype, H bar at 3rd, XRP at 5th, XLM at 7th. Scroll all the way down here and you see this gold bar. That's BTC, okay? BTC is still much more dominant, okay? And I don't want to say much more dominant, but over this recent swing, because you could see there were times when altcoin season was all the way up there at 83, but now we're hanging out at 47. Comes back to the store of value play. BTC will not grow as much when we get more in new regs. The alts will. Why? Well, because of things like Choke Point 2.0, because the alts are looking for the regs. The reason BTC is not looking for the regs is because A, it's been given the golden pass, and B, it's been pretty much declared a commodity, right? Like gold, silver, oil, you know what I'm talking about. So the alts can definitely benefit more. And that's why I said, do you believe there's going to be more good news than bad? Well, we are going to get some news for regs coming up. We are going to get ETF action. We are going to get a bunch of these court cases resolved this year. So now you have to ask yourselves, how low will this dip go? And am I willing to take some risks, knowing that in the future, and even in the near future, 2025, first half, you're going to have lots of positive news. Now let's zoom in onto this candlestick. And again, my belief is you are going to see XRP tested here, but bounce back above $3 without any worries at all. So we had a pullback on the 27th, which brought us down here. And now we're getting close to that point. And that's exactly what I'm looking for on this move. I'm waiting to see if it eyes this low candlestick right here. And this low candlestick right here brought us to 266. Right now we're sitting at 270 and change. Want to see if the market keeps up on that and what the reaction looks like on Monday. So we talked about this, right? Tariff news plus weekend low volume usually brings what, everyone? Buying opportunities. You're getting XRP at about a 10% discount compared to relative what we've seen here over recent history. And I'm talking about the last several weeks. Since what? Since the 16th of January. Now, if this was just XRP, right? Like if I were to go to this heat map and you saw everything green and just XRP in the red, yeah, then definitely I would be nervous because that would be specific XRP poor performance news. But it's not. It's the entire market coming down. And the volatility out there is what? opportunities for players. In fact, I've read some of your comments out there that you are up big time shorting the market. So if you've been following this channel where I told you, yo, be ready for this weekend, you got low volume and tariff action, well, you were able to make money on the way down. That's exactly what I'm looking for the charts for XRP. I've got my alerts right now set at 265 on the low end and what everyone $3 on the high end because I want to see what the rebound looks like. Since we've hit that $3 mark, we've had two tests of sub $3 XRP, and each time we had the test, we had one right here on the 19th of January and right here on the 26th to the 27th of January. Both times the market rebounded higher. So, opportunities for some short-term games, opportunity to add to your bags, opportunities for you out there to stack, because I know a lot of you out there love to buy on those red days, and you're going to have that as now the United States, Canada, and Mexico play a game of what everyone, whose is bigger than whose. And remember, this is all about extreme policy shift, right? You had a very dramatic change between the Biden administration and the Trump administration. And remember, what does volatility do? Volatility provides you with opportunity. And one of the other things I'm looking for now is seeing what Mexico's reaction is to the tariff news. And do these players hold to this? We've seen before, okay, this happened in the first Trump administration too, where there was some action imposed, countries came back slapping back hard, and then they kind of repealed it back because they were like, yo, we really don't want to be fighting in the old sandbox. But this is kind of the good part of crypto. You get these volatile moments where, yeah, it's shaky. Yeah, it sucks to see red on the screen. But if you believe in the long term, then you look at this as going, cool. I'll know that I'm buying at a discount, knowing that in a few months I got better news to come. Now, in terms of Operation Choke Point 2.0, some of those non-redacted things came out. I shared them with you a few weeks ago, and wow, that was brutal. The debanking of the crypto industry, the debanking of a legal industry out there, it's mind-blowing. I liken it to this. Okay, I'm a big gamer, and I'm sure you're a big gamer too. Could you imagine if banks out there were like, yo, we're cutting off your banking because you're a gaming company? And you're like, yeah, but dude, this is like legal. And they're like, just look, you're going to have to find other ways to take, maybe you just have to take cash. And no, actually, we're not even going to let you have a bank account anyways. Yeah, that's how crazy this is. Crypto, it's legal, right? So is gaming. But yet somehow the United States government was like, yo, let's debank a legal industry. And that's part of what we're going to be going through now over the next several months. We're going to be kind of peeling back the layers of the onion and seeing some grossness, and we're going to be fixing those layers. And that's all part of the volatility and opportunity that's presenting itself right now. So I'm going to ask you a question as we end this video. Are you buying the dip? Are you looking at this as an opportunity, or are you scared that there's going to be more pain to come and that we're then going to test the $2 mark? Well, you obviously know my feelings if you watch this video up to this point, but let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure you hit the subscribe button because for real, I'm bringing the news to you while I'm on vacation, and it would be my goal to gain 3,000 subs this month. Last month, over 500,000 people watched this channel that were unsubscribed. Could you imagine if just like 1% of y'all hit that sub button? Catch you cool cats later. And of course, what everyone? Shoot, bitches.